Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And for today's video I'm here to do a contest entry for a really good friend of mine, Horror Fan Man. You guys probably all know him already. I've mentioned him numerous times before, but for good reason, because he's an awesome YouTuber and he has one of my favourite channels on YouTube actually. I always enjoy his videos a lot. We have a lot in common in terms of horror movies, which is awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to support his contest. He's running a 500 subscriber contest. So first of all, I'm kind of surprised that you're only at 500 subs, mate, because I think you deserve a hell of a lot more than that. But anyway, a big congrats on the 500 subscribers. Certainly well deserved. And so I'll be leaving a channel link in the description box to Horror Fan Man's channel. So check him out if you haven't, but I'm sure most of you already know who he is already. Alright, with that being said, let's get on to the questions. Alright, so question number one is, what was your first horror movie that you ever saw in theatres or cinema? This is going to surprise the hell out of anyone who's watching this video probably, but the very first horror movie that I ever saw in the theatre is Wolf Creek 2. This is a really recent horror film. Now there's reasons why this was my first horror movie experience in cinema. The main one is, where I am, hardly any horror movies make it to theatres except for like Paranormal Activity and all the really generic stuff that I don't really have a lot of interest in checking out in theatres. But being such a big fan of the original Wolf Creek, I had to check this one out. And I've got to say, it was a pretty awesome experience watching this in theatres. This was an awesome movie, a really solid sequel. And then I was too young to go to the theatre back in the 80s and early 90s, when most of the really cool horror movies were getting theatrical releases anyway. So, plus I don't really go to the theatre a lot anyway, so yeah, kind of surprising to everyone probably that Wolf Creek 2 was the first horror movie that I ever saw in theatres, but yep, it was. So there you go. Alright, and moving on to question 2 is, what is your favourite DVD or Blu-ray release? Now I was actually going to show off the Halloween box set, but I wasn't too sure if you wanted box sets or individual releases. And since you showed an individual release, I decided to do the same. But this is definitely my favourite individual release, and it is of Bad Taste. This is the Out of Print Anchor Bay 2-disc digi set from America. I've had this for a while now, and Bad Taste is one of my favourite films of all time. I absolutely love it. And I really wish that Peter Jackson would get off his butt and do something about a Blu-ray release, like he promised after finishing up with the Hobbit movies, which he has done. Yeah, I really wish that he would release this film on Blu-ray. But anyway, that's another topic for another video. But yeah, this is an awesome release. I'm not really too sure how well you can see it, but yeah, I don't think you can see it too well, but it's got a lenticular cover, and another finger pops up as well on the cover, but you can't really see it too well. But yeah, this is an awesome edition. It's got really awesome artwork inside. Comes with a booklet as well, and there is the disc art and some of the artwork inside as well. So absolutely love this release, love this movie. So yeah, that is my answer for question 2. Bad Taste is my favourite DVD release that I own. Alright, moving on to question 3 now, and that is, what was your first horror movie that you purchased on DVD? And this was kind of tricky because I had a few that I can remember purchasing really early on, and my collecting stages of horror films. I'd collected a lot of movies before that, but when I really got into horror collecting, there was a couple that I was thinking about, but I went ahead with this one right here, Child's Play 2, and this is the exact DVD that I can remember purchasing. This was definitely one of my very first horror movies that I picked up on DVD, and funnily enough, it was actually the very first horror movie that I ever saw, because I rented the VHS out back in the day, so that was kind of ironic. But yeah, this is an awesome movie, and this isn't a bad release just for a standard DVD of the movie as well. So yeah, that's my answer to question 3. Alright, I'm moving on to the final question now. What is one horror movie that's never had a sequel that you wish had a sequel? This was really easy for me, and it definitely goes to My Bloody Valentine. This is my favourite standalone slasher from the 80s. I absolutely love it. I just think it's the perfect slasher film, and I have no idea why this never spawned a sequel, let alone a franchise, because the ending was left open to a sequel, and you know, it could have made a great franchise actually. But yeah, I've always wanted a sequel to My Bloody Valentine. I don't think one will ever happen, especially now that they've already done a remake. I think we're more likely to see a sequel to the remake than we are to see a sequel to this original version, unfortunately. But nah, I've always wanted to see a sequel to the original My Bloody Valentine, so that is my answer for question 4. Alrighty, so that does it for my contest entry. Horror Fanman, thank you for running this contest, and once again, congratulations to your 500 subscribers. I hope you've enjoyed my entry, and yeah, to anyone else that's interested in entering or checking out Horror Fanman's channel, link will be left in the description box below. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Horror Fanman especially, I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.